Have you been walking every day, doing your cardio, but the scale just won't budge? Or worse, you're losing weight, but your knees hurt, you're exhausted, and you're not sure if what you're doing is even safe? After 50, your body responds differently to exercise than it did in your 30s and 40s. What worked back then might not work now, and could even cause injury. Most cardio advice online is designed for 25-year-olds trying to build muscle, not for mature adults trying to stay healthy and lean. The good news? These mistakes are incredibly common, but easy to fix. In this video, I'll walk you through the 6 most common cardio mistakes people over 50 make when trying to lose fat. More importantly, I'll show you exactly what to do instead. Simple, joint-friendly alternatives you can do at home in just 15 to 20 minutes. When you avoid these mistakes, you'll lose fat safely without joint pain or exhaustion. You'll protect your heart health while you slim down. You'll move with more energy and less stiffness. And this works even if you haven't exercised in years. Before we start, drop a comment with your first name, age, and where you're watching from. I love hearing from you. Quick important note, if you have heart conditions, high blood pressure, joint problems, or haven't been active recently, please check with your doctor before starting any new exercise routine. These movements are designed to be gentle and safe, but your health comes first. Always listen to your body and never push through sharp pain. Let's dive into mistake number 1. Mistake 1. Doing too much too soon. Mistake number 1 is jumping into cardio too aggressively, especially if you've been inactive for a while. I see this constantly. Someone decides they want to lose weight, so they start walking an hour every day right from day 1. Or they jump on a treadmill and push themselves until they're completely exhausted. They think more is better. Here's why this is a problem. After 50, your joints, tendons, and heart need time to adapt to exercise. Your body can't recover as quickly as it did when you were younger. When you do too much too soon, you end up with burnout, injury, or such extreme soreness that you quit entirely. Many people develop knee pain, hip pain, or back pain and assume cardio just isn't for them. Your cardiovascular system needs gradual adaptation. Your connective tissues, things like tendons and ligaments, adapt even slower than your muscles. And when you overdo it, your body releases cortisol, which is your stress hormone. High cortisol can actually prevent fat loss. So what should you do instead? Start small and build gradually. If you haven't been active, start with just 10 to 15 minutes of gentle walking, 3 to 4 times per week. Not power walking, not trying to break a sweat. Just comfortable, conversational pace. That means you could talk to someone without getting winded. Here's a simple progression. During week 1 and 2, walk 10 to 15 minutes, 3 to 4 times per week. During week 3 and 4, increase to 20 minutes, but keep the same frequency. During week 5 and 6, add 1 more day, but stay at 20 minutes. During week 7 and 8, increase to 25 to 30 minutes. After 8 weeks, you're at a sustainable baseline. Breathe naturally as you walk. In through your nose for 3 to 4 steps, out through your mouth for 3 to 4 steps. Never hold your breath. Steady breathing keeps your heart rate in a safe zone. The most common mistake is going too far on your very first walk and then being too sore to walk again for several days. Fix this by keeping your first few sessions shorter than you think necessary. It should feel almost too easy at first. If even 10 minutes feels like too much, start with 5 minutes. Walk around your living room if needed. As you get stronger, you can walk faster, add a gentle incline, or go longer. But only add 1 change at a time and give your body at least a week to adapt. This gradual approach might feel slow, but you're building a habit you can maintain for years, not just weeks. Consistency over time beats intensity every single time. You're not training for the Olympics. You're training for life. Start where you are, not where you think you should be. Now, once you've established a regular routine, mistake number 2 becomes really important. Mistake 2. only doing high-impact cardio. Mistake number 2 is relying only on high-impact cardio like running, jumping, or high-intensity interval training when your joints can't safely handle it anymore. If you're 55 and you've been running your whole life with no issues, and your doctor says you're fine to continue, then keep running. But for most people over 50, especially those who haven't been active or who have any joint discomfort, high-impact cardio creates more problems than it solves. After 50, the cartilage in your joints naturally thins. Joint spaces narrow. Impact activities create significantly more stress. When you run, every single step pounds your knees, hips, and lower back with 3 to 4 times your body weight. Jumping jacks, burpees, mountain climbers, these are injury risks for mature joints. Even if you were a runner in your 30s, your body has changed. One knee injury can set you back months or end your exercise routine entirely. Let me give you 3 low-impact options that are just as good for fat loss and heart health, but far easier on your joints. Walking with proper technique is the first option. Walk on flat ground or a slight incline. Maintain upright posture. Imagine a string pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. Land heel first, then roll through your foot to push off with your toes. Swing your arms naturally. You can increase intensity by walking faster, going uphill, or wearing a light-weighted vest, but keep it light, 5 to 10 pounds maximum. Breathe steadily. In through your nose for 3 to 4 steps, out through your mouth for 3 to 4 steps. If you're breathing so hard that you can't maintain this pattern, slow down. Stationary cycling or a recumbent bike is the second option. This has 0 impact on your joints. You can adjust resistance. You can do it while watching television. Recumbent bikes are especially good if you have back issues. If you don't own a bike, marching in place works too. Water walking or aqua aerobics is the third option. If you have access to a pool, this is incredible. The water provides natural resistance, while buoyancy reduces stress on your joints by up to 90%. It's fantastic for anyone with arthritis or significant joint pain. One mistake with low-impact cardio is shuffling so slowly that your heart rate never elevates. You still need to work a little. Move at a pace where you're breathing heavier than normal, but can still hold a conversation. Protect your joints now, and they'll carry you for decades to come. Speaking of burning calories, mistake number 3 is one of the biggest myths. Mistake 3. Thinking cardio alone will make you lose weight. Mistake number 3 is believing that if you just do your cardio every day, the fat will melt off, even if you're not paying attention to what you eat. Cardio alone won't make you lose weight if your food intake is too high. Cardio burns fewer calories than most people think. A 30-minute walk burns roughly 120 to 150 calories. That's about one small snack. And it's incredibly easy to out-eat your cardio without realizing it. After 50, your metabolism naturally slows. Calorie balance matters even more. You could be walking every single day and still not lose weight if you're consuming more calories than your body burns. Let me give you a reality check. Let's say you walk for 30 minutes and burn 150 calories. But later that day, you have a handful of nuts while watching TV. That's 150 calories. Or a small cookie, 150 calories. Or an extra tablespoon of salad dressing, 100 calories. Without realizing it, you've erased the calorie burn from your entire walk. What should you do instead? Remember the 80-20 rule. Fat loss is about 80% what you eat and 20% your activity level. Think of cardio as a helpful tool, but your food choices are the foundation. Here's practical nutrition guidance. Focus on getting protein at every meal, a palm-sized portion of chicken, fish, eggs, Greek yogurt, or beans. Protein keeps you full longer. Fill half your plate with vegetables. They give you volume without many calories. Be mindful of liquid calories. Juice, soda, sweetened coffee drinks add up fast and don't fill you up. Don't ban any foods. Just be aware of portions. And eat slowly. It takes 15 to 20 minutes for your brain to register that you're full. One mistake is thinking you can eat whatever you want because you exercised. The fix is to separate the two mentally. Do your cardio for heart health, energy, and mood. But manage your food intake for actual weight loss. You can't outwalk a bad diet. But when you combine gentle, consistent cardio with mindful eating, that's when you see real results. Cardio is your supporting actor, not the star. Food is the star. Get both right, and you'll be amazed. Now let's talk about mistake number 4, which is all about intensity. Mistake 4, going too hard. Mistake number 4 is pushing yourself to exhaustion every time you do cardio, thinking that if you're not drenched in sweat and gasping for air, it doesn't count. After 50, your heart rate doesn't need to be maxed out to get benefits. Constantly pushing too hard raises cortisol, which can prevent fat loss. It increases injury risk dramatically. It makes exercise miserable, so you're less likely to stick with it. Your recovery takes longer. And if you have underlying heart or blood pressure issues, pushing too hard can spike your levels to dangerous zones. Let me teach you the talk test. This is the easiest way to know if you're working at the right intensity. If you can hold a conversation while exercising, you're at low to moderate intensity. You might breathe heavier, but you can speak in full sentences. You could even sing a song. This is where most of your cardio should happen. You're building cardiovascular health without overtaxing your system. If you can only speak in short phrases, but full conversations are difficult, you're at moderate to high intensity. Your breathing is noticeably heavier. This is fine occasionally, maybe once or twice per week. Examples would be brisk uphill walking or faster cycling. If you can barely speak and you're gasping for air, you're at high intensity. For most people over 50, this is unnecessary and risky unless your doctor has cleared you specifically. Focus on what I call brisk but comfortable. You should feel like you're working, but you shouldn't be suffering. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is sitting on the couch and 10 is sprinting for your life, you want to be around a 5 or 6. Breathe rhythmically. In through your nose for 3 to 4 counts, out through your mouth for 3 to 4 counts. If you're breathing so hard that you can't maintain a pattern, you're going too hard. Slow down. One mistake is comparing yourself to others or to your younger self. Someone else might be jogging while you're walking, and you feel like you should be doing more. The fix is to forget about everyone else. You're not competing. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're building cardiovascular health that will serve you for the next 20, 30, even 40 years. That requires patience, not punishment. Slower, steadier, and more consistent will always beat harder, faster, and more sporadic. Now let's talk about mistake number 5. Mistake 5, wearing the wrong shoes. Mistake number 5 is doing your cardio in old worn-out shoes, or shoes that were never designed for walking or exercise in the first place. After 50, your feet lose some natural cushioning. The fat pads on the bottoms of your feet thin out. Poor shoes lead to foot pain, shin splints, knee pain, hip pain, and back pain. The impact from each step travels up from your feet through your entire body. Many people blame their joints when the real problem is their footwear. Worn-out shoes lose their shock absorption even if they still look fine. Get proper walking or exercise shoes. They should have good arch support. They should have a cushioned sole, especially in the heel. They shouldn't be too tight because your feet swell slightly during exercise. Replace them every 6 to 12 months if you're walking regularly. Here's a simple test. If you can bend your shoe completely in half like a taco, it's not supportive enough. It should bend at the toe box but stay firm through the arch and heel. Wear moisture-wicking socks to prevent blisters. If you have specific foot issues like plantar fasciitis or bunions, consider custom insoles or consult a podiatrist. When you get new shoes, break them in gradually. Don't wear them for a full workout the first day. One mistake is thinking any sneaker will work. Old tennis shoes from 10 years ago, casual slip-ons, even some running shoes past their prime. None of these are good enough. The fix is to invest in quality walking shoes. If budget is tight, this is one place worth spending money. I've seen people completely eliminate knee and hip pain just by switching to proper walking shoes. Your feet are your foundation. Take care of them, and everything above them works better. Now the final mistake, number 6. Mistake 6, not tracking progress. Mistake number 6 is not tracking your progress at all. Just doing cardio randomly without any sense of whether you're improving, maintaining, or going backward. Without tracking, you don't know if what you're doing is working. You can't celebrate small wins, which kills motivation. You might actually be improving, but not realize it, so you quit. It makes it easy to slip into inconsistency. And without data, you have no way to adjust if results stall. Track your progress using simple methods. One option is weekly step count. Use your phone. Most have built-in step trackers. Track your average daily steps for the week. Aim to maintain or slowly increase over time. A good baseline goal is 6,000 to 8,000 steps per day. Another option is time-based tracking. Log how many total minutes of cardio you do each week. For example, week 1 might be 60 total minutes. Week 4 might be 90 total minutes. This shows progression clearly. A third option is distance tracking. If you walk the same route regularly, note how long it takes you. Over time, you'll complete it faster, which means your fitness is improving. Or you might walk the same amount of time but cover longer distance. Or keep a simple journal. Write down things like Monday, 20-minute walk, felt good, knees fine. This tracks both your activity and how you felt. What you should not do is obsess over daily weight fluctuations. Your weight can vary 2 to 5 pounds daily just from water retention. Weigh yourself once a week at most, first thing in the morning. You don't need fancy fitness watches. They're helpful but not required. And you don't need complicated spreadsheets. One mistake is tracking nothing and then wondering why you're not seeing results. The fix is to spend just 2 minutes every Sunday evening looking back at the week. Did you move more than last week? Do you feel better? That's progress. Celebrate it. When you track progress, even small improvements become visible. And when you can see that you're getting stronger, walking farther, or moving easier, you're far more likely to stick with it. You can't manage what you don't measure. So now you know all 6 mistakes and how to avoid them. Let me put this together into one simple plan. If you're ready to start doing cardio the right way after 50, here's a simple 4-week plan that avoids all 6 mistakes. During week 1 and 2, your goal is to build the habit. Walk 10 to 15 minutes, 3 to 4 days per week. Use a comfortable pace where you can hold a conversation. Do it at any time of day that works. Wear proper walking shoes. Track your minutes. Success means you complete the walks, you have no pain, and you don't dread it. During week 3 and 4, progress slightly. Walk 20 minutes, 4 days per week. Keep the same comfortable pace. You're adding 1 extra day. Continue tracking. Optionally, you can walk slightly faster for the last 5 minutes, add a gentle incline, or try a different route. Beyond week 4, work toward 25 to 30 minutes, 4 to 5 days per week. Mix in other low-impact options like cycling or water walking for variety. Keep intensity moderate. Remember the talk test. Track weekly totals. While doing this cardio plan, focus on simple nutrition. Get protein with every meal. Fill half your plate with vegetables. Drink water throughout the day. Allow 1 small indulgence per day. No foods are off limits. Just be mindful of portions. Remember, consistency beats intensity. 4 20-minute walks per week for a year will transform your health far more than 2 weeks of aggressive exercise followed by burnout. You're not broken, and it's not too late. Your body after 50 is different, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't be strong, lean, healthy, and active. You just need a smarter approach, not a harder one. This isn't about looking like a fitness model. It's about having energy to play with your grandkids without getting winded. It's about walking through the grocery store without knee pain. It's about maintaining your independence for as long as possible. Now I want to hear from you. In the comments, tell me your first name and age, which of these 6 mistakes you've been making, and which mistake you're going to fix first. I read every single comment, and I'll be choosing several people to send a free printable guide with a complete 4-week cardio plan designed specifically for people over 50. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next video where I'll cover the exact strength exercises that pair perfectly with this cardio plan to maximize fat loss after 50. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be a little bit better than yesterday. Start with one small change this week, then another next week. That's how real transformation happens. Thank you for watching. I believe in you, and I know you can do this. Now let's get moving the right way. I'll see you in the next video.